how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from ScoutGuitarLessonsOnline.com, bringing you the final installment of this big session I've been doing, looking at all of the songs from the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son album, released back in 1988. Finally here, finally doing the big one. Lots and lots of parts to be covered in this, lots of different sections, so I do recommend that you do download the tablature, then you can follow through each section as I go through it. If you are new to this channel, you've not seen this before, do check out all of the remaining songs that I've been doing by Iron Maiden from the album. Of course, if you like it, don't forget, click on that subscribe button, click the bell, and then you'll be notified of any more exciting new videos that I do try and post on this channel. Anyway, enough of me talking. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to show you how to play Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. So don't go away.
Preview.
So now let's have a look what Dave Murray's doing. I'll just quickly play it through and then I'll break it down. We start off on a C5 power chord. So we're going to be down on 3rd fret on the A string and 5th fret on the D string. Moving up to a D5, so we move it 2 frets, so we're doing 5 and 7. And then up onto an E, another 2 frets, so we're on 7 and 9. And you've got this down, up, down. And in fact, down, up, down, up. And you repeat. And then we do a C, D, to C. And then we got this little line, which is on the A string, 3 4 times, 2 on the A, open, then 3 on the E, and then to a power chord. Now you can, if you want, you can play that with 5 frets, so you can go, you can play it that way, both work. And then we repeat that whole section all over again. Now behind that, we have got Adrian Smith playing a line. So let's go and have a look at that now. So what I'll do, I'll just play through the riff and then I'll break it down. So we start off on 10th fret on the D string, going across to 7 on the G. And then we got this little line here where we're doing a 9, 10, 9, back to the 7, all on the G string. So get that line, but 10, 7 on the G, 9, 10, 9, pull off to 7, back on the 9. And you do that twice. Then we do a 10, 7 again. So 10 on the D and 7 on the G. And then we got this little line here, which is the same phrasing, but we're going to be on the D string this time. And we're doing 10, 12, 10, off to 9, and then back to 10. There we go. So from the first one, and then we got this little line, which is on the D string, 10, 4 of them, to 9 on the D, and then down to 12 on the A, and then 10 on the A. And then we finish it off with this, which is 12, all this is on the A string. We're doing 12, 14, 12, pull off to 10, back to 12. So put it all together. And then we repeat it all over again. And while we're on this part of the guitar, what happens, we got a timing change. So the first part with the guitar that Dave Murray's playing is at 70 beats a minute, so it's nice and slow. Now, Adrian Smith then continues playing that same riff, but he goes up to 100 beats a minute, so it gets a little bit quicker, obviously. And that is the point where we then have Dave Murray switching to the lead line that you saw in the introduction, which is what we're going to look at now. So let me just play through what Dave Murray's playing when the tempo kicks up. Same phrasing, same lines, just playing an octave higher. So we start here on 13 on the B, going to 10 on the E. And then it's a 12, 13, 12, pull off to 10, back to 12. So it's... So we get that 13 on the B, 10 to 12. Then that pull off. And then again we do the 13 on the B to the 10 on the high E. Then we change down to the B string. We do a 13 and then it's a 13, 15, 13, pull off to 12, back to 13. And then we do same run as we did previously, but in a different position this time, different octave. It is going to be 13 on the B four times, down to 12, changing to the G string, 14 to 10. And then we're staying on the G string now. We're going to do 14, and then a 14, 16, 14, pull off to 12, back to 14. And if we put it all together, a nice slow time. Now, that is played 4 times. We play that loop through 4 times, and then we go into the main part of the verse, which is what we're going to look at now. Okay, let's get right into the verse. Quite easy to play the verse itself. All we're doing is the typical Iron Maiden gallop rhythm. We're going to be on an E5, and we're just going to play 3 bars of this. So 1 bar being 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the 4th bar we do this. 2, 3, 4. And we go back and we play another 4 bars of that. So it's just straight on that E5. And I'm doing down, 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 down to get that Iron Maiden gallop. So the 4th bar, we play. Then we got 2 7s. Then we change to the D string, and we're going to go 9, 10, 9, pull off to the 7, and then 10 on the A, and then 7 on the A, and we hold that note for a whole bar. So 2, 3, 4. Then we go back, and we we have another 4 bars of the chug on the E5 power chord. Then at the end of that, we go into this riff. We start the line off with an 8 on the B, then we've got 4, going to 10, back to 8, to 7, and back to 8, and then we repeat this part. So it's the same line twice. And then we got a 7, 8, 7 to 9 on the G. And then it goes back and repeats that whole verse section, which is 3 bars and then the 4th bar with that little riff, and then 4 bars of the normal chug. And then we go into the chorus, which is what we're going to look at now. So let's break it down a bar at a time. Here is the first bar. So I'm playing there, low E. Then I've got 3 7s on the A. And then I'm going to play 5 7 on the A string, cross to 5 on the D, and then back to 7 on the A, and then another 7. That's your first bar. Let's have a look at bar number 2. So I'm playing there. Start off the same, so I've got them 3 7s on the A, and then 5 7 on the A, cross to 5 on the D, and then back to 7, so all that's the same. And then I've got this little line here that I'm going to play. I'm going to do 7 7 on the D, and then 5 4 on the D. So I'll get... And we go back and we repeat the first line. Now the final line, that's what I'm playing there. I do a low E. Then I've got 3 7 A's. And then I'm going to play 7 5 on the A, 8 on the E string, and then 5 on the D. And then I've got 5 5 on the D, and then 4 crossing to 5 on the A for that riff. We'll put that one all together, and then repeat the whole thing all over again. So that is your chorus section. Now let's look at interlude number 2. I'll just play it through and again I'll break it down. So what we're playing there, we're doing 7 on the A string. In fact, all of this is on the A string. 7 to 9 to 10, back to 9 to 10, slide up to 12 to 10, 9, and then we've got 10, 9, 7. And then repeat all over again. And from there we go back to another verse section, play all the way through the verse, and of course then we go into another chorus section. So let me play through interlude number 3, which is taking us to the big instrumental section in the middle. So I'm just going to play through and then we'll break it. So what we're playing there, we start off on 7 on the A string, and then we do a 9, 7, 9, on the D string. Then we play a 10 on the A string, to 7 on the D string, and then it's 9, 10 on the A, to 7. Then we do a low, we do a 10 on the low E, and then it's 7 on the A, 9, 10, 9, 10, 7, all on the A. And then you repeat that riff continually. So we've got that, and he's going to be playing that. You're going to be doing that 4 times. Okay? Then he goes into the next part of the interlude, because one guitar continues playing with that line, and another guitar plays a harmony over the top, which is what we'll look at now. Let me just play the dual harmony that Dave Murray's playing. So what we're playing there, well, we start off on 8th fret on the B string. We're going to cross to 10 on the high E string, to 8, back to 10, and then we're going to go to 7. To 8 on the high E, then we cross over to 10 on the B, 7 on the high E, and then it's 8 on the B string, 7, 8, 10, cross over to the high string on 7, back to 10 on the B, crossing over to 7 again on the high E, and then finishing on the A. And then we repeat the whole line again. And from there, we are now into the big instrumental section of the song. So let's get into it. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to play through a shortened version of the acoustic guitar that is played throughout this. So it's going to, instead of playing all the full bars, I'm just going to play a shortened. So let me play it. So let's look at the first section. So I'm going to start off, my first finger is on 7th fret of the B string, little finger is on 9th fret of the G, and my third finger is on 9th fret of the D. And we're playing G string, B string, G string, B string. So it's D, B, G, B. Now you're going to play that 15 times. 2, 3, 15 times. Then you're going to move down, so your first finger is on 3rd fret on the B string, and your little finger is on 5 on the G, and 3rd finger 5 on the D. And it's the same thing. You go in D string, B string, G string, B string. Again, 15 times. 2, 3, 4, 15 times. Then you move back to the same position that you previously played. So you're on first finger, 7 on the B, little finger 9 on G, and third finger 9 on the D. But we got a different pattern this time. Now what we're doing there, we're going to start off on the D string again. This time though, we're going to go to G. So we go D, G, B, G. Now when we go back, this time we're going to go to the B, but you're going to drop your second finger on the 8th fret of the B string. So far we've got this. Then we go back to the G, and then we lift our finger, second finger, and we're going back to 7. Get that? D, G, B, G, 8 on the B, back to G, lift your finger, 7. Now this time we are doing this 7 times. And we move down to that next position. First finger is on the 3rd fret and little finger on 5 on D and G, 3rd finger on the 5 on G. And we play the same pattern again, now bringing that 2nd finger in on 4th fret on the B string. So we get, and again it's 7 times. Now, so we get 15 this position, 15, and then 7, that, 7 of that. Now behind that we have got, there's a lot of effects on here. We've got the synthesizer sounds playing through, and we also have an overdrive guitar which Adrian Smith is playing. So let me just go through that and kind of break it down for you. And what happens, Adrian Smith plays this behind, you've got the acoustic guitar playing them lines, and what he starts off first of all is over an E5 chord, so it's open string, E, and then 2 on the A string. You're just going to go. And then when it moves down to that position here where you're down on the 3rd fret and the 5-5, he moves to a C5 chord, does the same thing. Now when he picks up and we've got that part where we're dropping in the finger, then he goes to a continual playing a 16, so we get this. And when we move down to the 7 times, we move down and we're dropping there on the 3 and the 5 fret, he goes to the C5 again, but again playing that. And that just sits behind what is being played on the acoustic guitar. So we get this big build up. And now we're going to look at, we've got another tempo change. We're going to look at the next section as soon as we come out of that interlude. So let me just play the exit out of that interlude section. Now I'm going to show you both sides. I'm going to show you Dave Murray's and Adrian Smith's. First of all, let's look at Dave Murray's. So we start off with an A5 chord, which is 5 on the E and 7 on the A. Then we move to a D5 chord, which is 5 on the A and 7 on the D. Move up 2 frets, we got an E5. Then we got this riff. Play that riff, I'm starting on B8 to B10, cross to 7 on the E, back to the B7, B8, to B10, cross over to the 7 on the E, and then back to the B8. Now the rest of the band with the bass and the drums play that. But what Dave Murray's doing, he's just playing that riff, so he just keeps repeating that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. And he does that 4 times. Now behind that, we have got Adrian Smith. Now he plays the same thing. We start off on the A5. What he's playing here, he does 7 on the A string. He plays this riff, so he's doing a 7 on the A, goes to 4 on the D, to a 5 on the D. Back to the A7, And then we have got that 4-5 again on the D, finishing on the A7 again. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. And again, plays that 4 times. So that is the joint harmony between the two of them. From there, we are into the first solo, which is Dave Murray's solo. Now, I will be covering the solo sections in a later video, just because there's still a lot to cover yet in these sessions. So let's move on to the next part. Okay, coming out of the guitar solo, we have got this riff. So I'll play through and again, I'll break it down. Okay, what we're doing there, we are starting off on 14th fret on the B string, and we're going to do a 14, 12, 10, finishing on 12 G. Okay, so you pick and pull, and then pick on the 12 on the G. Then we go back to 14 on the B, and we play that twice, with a pull up at the end. Back on, so we're repeating the line. Now as we come back and we do that, we're going to then go back and do a 10-12 hammer on. And again we're going to repeat that, and that is going to be played 6 times. And then we are into the Dave Murray solo, which again we'll cover in a future lesson. Okay, let's look at interlude number 4. Again, I'll play through and I'll break it down. So we start off that line, we're going to play 6th fret on the G string 3 times. And then we do 7 on the D, 6 on the D, 7 on the D. And then we play 4 on the D, 6 on the D, 7 on the D, cross over to 4G, and then 7 on the D, 6, 4. Then we start off again with the 3 notes on the G, and then 7 on D, 6. So that opening section is the same as we've done previously. And then we've got 4 on the D, 4 again, 6, 7, and then we're going to go to 4 on the A twice, and then 7 on the A twice. And again, we're going to play that 4 times, so it just loops round. And then we're into another solo, we're into a 3rd solo. Let me just play through the next section. So we start off on 10th fret on the A string. Now these are all going to be on 10th on the A string. So we do 10, 9. And we play. So it's 10, 9, then 2 chugs, and then a power, 2 chugs, and then it's 1. And then 9, 1 again. And then we do this 9, and then we do 10, 9. To 7, so we go 10, 9, 7, and then we go down to 5, to 7, and then up to 9 again. So far we've got this. Now we go back and we play that what we played previously on that 10-9. And then we repeat it. And then we start this. So we're doing that 10, 9, 7. At this time we're going to go down to 4. So we're playing this C sharp. And then up to 7. And then we go back to these 9s. They'll be sitting on the 9s. So we've got this, sorry, you do a 10 and then to a 9. So let me just play that through. And then we start all over again and repeat that whole section. And once we've repeated it, then we go into another line, yes, another line. So again, I'm going to play that through and I'll break that down. Okay, let's head on down towards the final section. I'll just play that through and then I'll break it down. Okay, let's go through these riffs. We start off with this one. Now we're going to play each one of them twice. So I just played them one after the other so you get the idea. So we start off with this one first of all. So we're starting off on 12 on the B, and we're going to go 12 to 14 to 10. Back to 12 on the B, and then 9 to 10. So it's 12, 14, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 14, 10 to 12. And then 9 on the G to 11 on the G. So let me play that again. 12, 14, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 9, 9 on the G. Let's play the next line. So we're going to start off on the B string and we're playing 12th fret 3 times. And then we're going to do a 12 again to a 14. And then 10 on the B to 12. And then 9 to a 10 on the B. And then we cross over to 11 on the G to 9 on the B. And then we got a 9, 11 on the G. 12 on the D to a 9 on the G, and then it's 11 on the D, 12, and then 9 on the D, 11 on the D, back to 9. So the next one starts off very, very similar. Let me break that down. So we start off with them 3 on the B12, and then we've got that 12 to 14, and then 10 to 12, and then 9 to 10, and then at 11 on the G to 9. This is where it changes. We're going to play a 9 and then a hammer off. So we got a 9. 9 again with an 11 to a pull-up. And then we're going to play on the D string, 12, 11. And then we've got 2 9s again on the G string, to a 10 on the B, and then 9 on the G, and then we go back and repeat. So I'm just going to play through the outro section and then I'll break it down. So we're going to start off on 4th fret on the A string. This is all on the A string again. So we're going to keep that power chord shape. So we're doing 4, 6. And we move up to 5 frets, which is 5, 7. Down to 2 and 4. Back up to the 4. Then we do an open 5, so we do an A5, so it's O and 2. It's 2 and 4, so it's a B to D again. Next section is very, very similar. We're doing the same thing again to start with, so it's 4, 5, 4, sorry, 2, 4. And then we're going to go up to this E5, so we're on 7, 9, move up 2 frets. So we get repeat the whole thing again. And the final one. So we go on that, the E5. Then we got this. So we're just playing out on that F sharp. And that takes us to the end of the song. Well, a lot of ground covered in that because it is such a long song with lots of different sessions. As you've noticed, as I've gone through each of the different riffs that we've got, you'll see the letters. Now they coincide with the tabs that I will be attaching to this video, because really with the tabs it makes life a whole lot easier for you. You can just refer through to the different sections. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play this great song by Iron Maiden, and I hope you've enjoyed learning all the other songs. This is the final song of the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son album. There will be a link below that you can click on and takes you through to the complete list of all the songs that I covered. If you do enjoy this, and I hope you have enjoyed this look at the album, don't forget, click on that subscribe button, click on the bell. Really appreciate your support through all of this kind of fun thing that I've decided to do. Anyway, there will be more videos, and I promise you there'll be more Iron Maiden videos coming in the near future as well. If you've got any Maiden songs that you'd like me to look at, do drop me a line. Well, I'm going to let you go, so until the next time, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com, wishing you well. See you all again soon. Until then, goodbye.